exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
Hello, Blue Dots. How y'all doing this evening, baby? I'm glad y'all are here. It's Sunday, baby. We're going to kick off another week here. Oh, the tales and the adventures we shall go through ain't no telling, baby. But we're ready to kick off a new week. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. We had beautiful weather down here in South Texas. Got a little yard work done and stuff around the house here. So we've been working up a sweat, but I hope the weather was fine no matter where you were. And if not, I hope the sun was shining in your heart, baby. Anyway, Dorothy Tyndall was the first one to show up, followed by Randy Peterson, our buddy. Woo, pig, buddy. Michael Leach is here. Dwayne Twizzle, our archaeologist, John Heron. Thank you for being here, brother. Randy Curvin, Rantin' Randy is with us. Thank you, brother. Carol Gillens is here. Debbie Marie. Richard Phillips, our Bernadette Pree, baby. Thank you for being here. Donald Ware, Michael Leach, Dennis Utenreiner, thank you, Budman, for being here. Leslie Siemens, Gene Shanky, Miss Linda, thank you for being here, Mary Ellen. Michael James, our brother out in California, brother, we're glad to see you here. Willie Carson, thank you. Gary Atkins is here. Let me see, Mike Lang is here. Teresa Diggum, Timothy Coleman. Gary Atkins, baby. Mike Lang, all fired up, baby. Greg Talbert out in California, glad you're here. Sherry Puckett, thank you, baby. We thankful that you're here. Karen Engel, Norma Cardenas. Let me see. Oh, I'm gonna get all messed up here. Julia Thompson, Ola, baby. I'm glad you're here, baby. Michael J is here. Rex Trek, Lord have mercy, and Jane Mendenhall. Just came in, and let's take care of that right now before it even pops up there. Jane Mendenhall came in with $5 and said, hi, Blue Dots. Hi, Jane. Thank you for that. And on that note, I want to call out two that came in late, I guess on Thursday night. Wow, that's a long time ago. Dan Marceau came in with $5 at the end of the show and said, stay strong, Blue Dots. Oddly Wired came through with $5 at the end of the show and said, 33% of Joplin has a brain. Everyone else has the variant. Good night. I'm falling asleep. Oddly Wired, thank you very much for that. We appreciate that. Let me do this or I'll get all messed up. There you go. Anyway, like I said, I put out a little video earlier when I went to the store. And I want to reiterate the fact that I have been in contact with our two German Blue Dots, both Eva Adams and Iris Villagiante, both in Germany, who join us occasionally. And they and their families are all doing well. I had a chat with both of them and on Messenger, and they're all doing fine. And we're glad to hear that. Devastation over there from the flooding over there is just horrific, and the death toll is going up drastically, and the amount of missing is just horrible. So there's disasters as we had down in Surfside, and there's different disasters around the world, and there's not much you can do to, except give your support when they happen. But anyway, I'm glad y'all are here. What else? Nothing, because I was doing yard work today or going to the store or eating tacos. One of the three things I was doing today, so I did not hit my head in the news outside of one little story. And I love these little stories. Marcia pulls them out every once in a while for me, my political advisor. And it's one of those, are you shitting me? And I just want to start it off with a fella named Joe Jeffries. He's out of West Virginia. He's a Republican out of District 22 in the state legislature. Seemed his ass, he got his ass in trouble. Yeah, evidently he was on TikTok giving sexual advice to ladies and how to correctly do various sex acts. And everybody from the governor to he's up for re-election in 22, but I don't know. I'm having a feeling he ain't going to hang around very long, and he's going to be out of. It's another Republican caught with his pants down. Are you shitting me? Happens all the time. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there because it's one of them. Are you shitting me, really? You rise to that level, and it ain't like we ain't had our own. You rise to a level of where people are going to take you seriously, and there you go. You whip out your pecker, and there's your career down the tube, baby. Anyway, Velda Lee, I'm sorry to start out with such a disgusting story, but how are you, dear?
I'm pretty good, and it's not unusual because they are disgusting.
They are. I've told my wife since the first time I met her, stay away from men. They're disgusting creatures.
Yep.
That's what my advice to her was.
There are a few good ones.
There's a few good ones, and they're all here with us this evening, and I'm glad of that. But anyway, baby, how's life treating you?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good.
How's the shoulder?
The shoulder is fine. I can raise it above my head now.
Bragging. I can't do that. Maybe I need to fall.
Well, it popped. It popped again.
Oh, really?
And all of a sudden, all the pain and trees helped immensely.
I got trees on me and a lidocaine patch. I've been overdoing it a little bit lately, so I need a little something on there to try to deal with it. But
I was almost tempted to take and put one of Wayne's fentanyl patches on, 72-hour fentanyl patches.
Wow.
I was hurting that bad.
God damn. I've never even heard of them,
but
I know that word.
But I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I try to use what little I have to. And Bernadette's salve usually is enough. It helps out tremendously. But anyway, Velda Lee, thank you for being here, baby. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Moving down the line, Aussie Dave. How's everything down under, my boy?
We're fine down here, mate. We're cooler than you are. Our weather's obviously we're in winter, and it's quite enjoyable actually. It's not been a cold winter; it's been quite a mild winter. So our winter's warmer than normal. Our summers are warmer than normal. You're burning up over there, more than normal. And it's not just America that's happening. It's happening in a couple of other countries, this stupid heat. Global warming? Yeah, I think it's real.
Yeah.
It's real and it's here to stay. And if we don't do something, it's going to get worse. And something tells me it's going to get worse.
I was just thinking, I was sitting on the toilet and I was thinking about Trump because I was constipated.
How appropriate.
Sometimes helps.
Appropriate.
And I was thinking to myself, this is typical Trump to force himself upon America when she says no.
Oh, yeah.
Think about it. Donald
got
Trump,
it.
You got it? Forces himself upon America. He's forcing himself upon America when she says no.
Yeah, he's used to do it. He just grab him by the, whatever.
That's it, mate. He's grabbed America by the pussy.
Yep. Yeah, that's what he's trying to do, and he's still trying to do it. We are the defense for that, by the way. Anyway, Aussie Dave, thank you for being here. Let's get Let's get Sparky Dunk in the room. Spark, how you doing, brother?
Sitting through another 100-degree day.
Oh, shit. See? There you go.
Worrying about people in the mountains around with predicting a lot of dry lightning.
Yeah,
Oh no.
that's what you need out there. Dry lightning.
But what'd you think of old Matt Getz and Marjorie Taylor Greene getting run out of Southern California?
Yeah. 3 different venues said no thanks, but no thanks. We don't want your hateful shit here. Didn't they end up having an impromptu in front of the Riverside City Hall or something? I think 10 or 12 people showed up, man.
They were outdoors somewhere, but they had a yelling match in Riverside with their supporters on one side of the street and rational people on the other side of the street.
Yeah.
A lot of yelling and bird flipping, that kind of thing.
Ain't it sad? Yeah, the people out there don't want their bullshit. Take your lies someplace else. You're just here to try to stir up the crowd. But yeah, they went down in front of the city hall. They said the reason they didn't have a big crowd was, people were getting confused over what they kept switching venues. Every time they switched to another venue, it would say, no, that's all right. We don't want your ass here. So yeah, they're having a hard time. And there's another state that canceled them too. I want to say it's out east. I can't remember which one it is, but yeah, they're saying no thanks. We don't want your hateful lies in our state, or in our city, at our venue, and that's their right. It's business, baby.
Did you see the little thing I posted up on main discussion about half hour ago? It was Matt Gaetz and Miss Crazy Lady. They're on the beach at this venue yesterday or today in America.
Right.
And they're being interviewed by a reporter. And they're staying there together. And some guy runs up wearing a full-on American-type suit. It's a suit with the American flag and is the pattern. And he's run up between them and he's grabbed the crazy one, the lady, Miss Cucumber, and said, he's screaming, he's saying, you're lovely, you're not crazy, you're not really that crazy, you're not crazy. He turns to Matt Gaetz and says, oh, you're so great, you're not a pedophile. People say you're a pedophile. I don't think you're a pedophile. You're not a pedophile. And, mate, the look on Matt Gaetz' face was just disgusting. He was... The Secret Service, whoever Matt Gaetz' protectors were, they grabbed this guy and dragged him away. But he set them up beautifully. He made them look like a couple of eggs.
They're all calling you a pedophile. I don't believe it. Yes.
Okay, and on that note, Matt Gaetz, in June, spent $25,000 for Mark furnish Jeffrey Epstein's attorney.
Oh, Matt Gaetz is going for Jeffrey Epstein's attorney? Yeah. Well, because he's got a history of of having bad guys as clients.
When you get a DUI, you get a DUI attorney. When you have sexual thing, you get a sexual.
That's exactly what it is. You get the guy who specializes in this shit. Hey, I got caught. Get me out of here. Ain't gonna happen, Matt.
If it looks big, we can make it look smaller.
Yeah. Or if it looks small, we can. Yeah.
That's one of their things in their brochure.
If it looks big, we can make it look smaller. Yeah.
Right. It's paraphrasing there, but yeah.
Yeah, because it is. It's all in the message. It's all in, trying to get I don't know, they're going to come up with some sad story on Matt Gaetz, how he was abused by having a rich childhood in a privileged, fuck off. It's ridiculous, but I
had
do.
a to and fro.
Huh?
Sorry, John.
No, go ahead.
I had a to and fro with a Trump supporter. I put a comment on YouTube, one of those YouTube things, made a comment, and I got a few comments back, and they were saying I was a libtard and all that sort of stuff, and I said right back, and I said, just think about this. And this person wasn't abusive to me like most Trump supporters. He was tough, but he was giving me a serve, but he was certainly letting me know that he thinks Trump's the man. So I said to him, listen, take all the personal stuff out of it. Take the insults away and take all the, accusations away.
Right.
and let's just talk policies. Who is the party for you? And he had to say, I can't argue with that. Yes, the Democrats, but that's not what's good for America at the moment. That was his comeback. Yes, the Dems have got the policies for the people, and basically Trump hasn't got any people policies.
Yeah.
But America is what Trump needs. America needs Trump. And I can't work that out. America needs Trump. What does he represent to America? What does he represent?
He represents the worst of America. He represents the those that are gullible. And, you know, I said this the other day, and Marcia got so tickled today because across her feed on her Facebook came a notification from Eric Olguin, which y'all remember. Eric ran down here in my area. We supported him and for Congress, and he missed the mark. And we got Michael Cloud. Wonderful. Anyway, he had just said, oh, if you want to see a great series here, check out How to Be a Tyrant. And it's on Netflix. And it just so happened that me and Marcia sat down last night and watched this series. It's about, 6 or 8 parts. Each one of them is 30, 40 minutes long. Anyway, watched the whole thing last night, and it's how to be a tyrant. And this is the guidebook on what you do to overpower your people, to destroy your laws, destroy your country, and become the most powerful person in your country. How to do that. In all these series goes through so many dictators the world has seen, all over from Stalin to Muammar Gaddafi, a lot of tyrants through the ages, and how they got there. What method did they use? Did they suppress the truth in the nation? Did they have bad people working for them that would do it? Yes, all of that in this whole series you can see, and that's exactly what Eric Holguin had made in his comment. You could see Donald Trump in every one of those people in history, including Hitler, including Stalin, that tried to become all-powerful in their nation. And come to find out, the only one that really has succeeded so far is North Korea. They're the only ones that are still having the same lineage of leader, the glorious one over there. Everybody else is, dead. That's what it was. But it's an interesting show. So if you get a chance, maybe you could pop that in Netflix and check it out. How to Be a Tyrant. And it goes through the history of how these people came into power and held power. And you could see the parallels of Donnie in those people. So there's no doubt that's what he wanted.
Those people that don't want to be vaccinated, fine, die. It's going to save a lot of problems. Because if you're not going to be vaccinated, you're a danger to the public and your fellow Americans. So,
if they're not getting vaccinated, they're a danger to the public. You know, and they're proud of that, I guess. You know, we hear it in the news. They applaud it. Yes, they did it. CPAC. Hey, we're not going to get to the mark. Oh, wonderful. Fewer people are getting it. You know, it's ignorant beyond every. And the sad thing is, all of them, and I say them on that side, and I'm talking about Fox Spews and the right-wing nutjob society over there. They are all vaccinated, all the way up to Rupert Murdoch, baby, vaccinated back in January. Yeah, but yet you tune into Fox Spews, especially old Carlton, who is vaccinated, or Laura Ingraham, who is vaccinated, and they always say, is this good for you? I don't know. Are you going to grow scales and become magnetic? Maybe we need to ask these questions and all this bullshit. And it's sad. But they have, that old adage, there's a sucker born every minute. There they are, baby. There they are. But they endanger this whole nation. That's the problem.
Well,
they endanger the world.
It's got to make you wonder when a billionaire asks for donations to defend himself. Yeah. You got to wonder.
You still have to figure that one out. Why would a billionaire have to ask you to donate for his legal fund or to save or anything? He should have money in the bank. Oh, he ain't got no money in the bank. He's broke and he owes a whole lot of people. So yeah, he's going to keep tapping these people. That's all they're good for now. He's not going to be reelected. He's not going to be back in the White House next month. Please, kiss off. He's picking your pocket.
John, the Orange Turd had a fundraising thing on one of your sites that I was watching, catching up on, and it says, "Help me defeat big tech companies."
Oh yeah, because they're picking on me, and I want my voice back. Bullshit! Get out of here. Get on down the road. Yes, I can't stop that. We have.
I know you can't.
Yeah.
I know you can't. Nobody can.
Yeah, they're. I have no control of what ads they put on, including one about.
There's a certain strain of bacteria called Lactobacillus reuteri that will help you grow bigger balls.
Really? That's on my show. That's an advertisement on my show. If you want bigger balls, if your balls aren't big enough, we'll get this product. And holy shit. Sorry, mine are big enough. Gary Spring up in Canada came down with 2 beaver bucks. Gary, we appreciate it tremendously, brother. Thank you. I don't need no. Mine are big enough. Getting bigger, I'd have to have a wheelbarrow.
There's this Republican supporter show, a bit like your show, John, but they've obviously not been around as long. But they put a headline out. It's called the show's called LQ Plus, which is what it means I don't know. But Miley finally admits his disgusting lies over Trump. That was the headline. So I had to have a look. And I didn't realise at this point, it was a Republican site. So I checked it out, and it was about a 27-minute, 28-minute article, but not once in that whole 28 minutes did they mention that Miley had lied. All they said, and they tried to push to one point, but Miley never backed up his comments with evidence. That's all they said. But the headline was, which is my point being, the idiots will only believe the headlines. They don't look at the story and find out it's just a headline. It means nothing. So now they think that Miley's lying.
That General
and
Miley?
This is the problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
Millie? Yeah.
They believe he's lying now because of the headline. This is the problem. How can you get away with making headlines like that where Miley didn't lie? The headline doesn't relate to any truth at all, yet they can put it up there and 100,000 people can watch it and believe it.
They'll believe the headline and argue it.
Isn't that hate speech? Isn't there a law that says you can't? I know the freedom of speech shit, but with freedom of speech comes responsibility. And the responsibility is to tell the truth.
You would think that you're responsible for your words. If you're out there spitting lies, that are provable lies, then, but in this country, you have the right to say whatever you want. We can all have the right to think you're an idiot, but the problem is there's a lot of idiots that will believe that shit. And that's where we are in our political life here, and that's how we are in this vaccine effort. We are being held back by people who are going to argue stupid shit. Today, when I was on the Tim Cormal show today, Joe Santorsa, who is a great guy, always has his clown car. Y'all have heard me talk about it before. And today it was because of the Tennessee has really stepped up its game over there in the anti-vax department. We're not going to have outreach for any vaccines anymore in Tennessee. And no, you can't go get a vaccine unless your daddy says it's okay. All this bullshit's been going on over there. And Joe did a clown car segment today, and it said, Tennessee, come for the COVID. And it was actually, I talked to Joe after the show, and he pulled every bit of that. And if you want to see it, please check out the Tim Cormal show on podcast. You can see it on my Facebook page. Right off of the Tennessee visitors page. And all he did was change a few words in each line, and it worked out so perfect. Come to Tennessee, baby. You can still get polio here, and a bunch of funny stuff, but they're pushing it. You know, when the whole state, when a state government turns around and says, "No, we're not gonna try to save anybody's life here. You're on your own, baby. You know, you're an American. You have a right to make up your own mind, find out about it yourself, and go get you a shot if you want one. If not, that's okay with us." What a hell of a state government willing to sacrifice their own people.
But when they just turn around and say, well, look at this, the COVID under management under the Democrats has failed, you're all dying. They won't remember the fact that they won't take their medicines.
Yeah.
It's sabotage. It's just pure sabotage.
Damn near all the cases now showing up are those unvaccinated. And Joe Biden was right. It's a pandemic of the unvaccinated. But the thing is as long as we have that portion of people in our society, the variants are going to... We're just on D, baby. There's a whole freaking alphabet left of variants that this thing could mutate into and continue to mutate and continue to mutate. And, you know, at some point, your right to be ignorant ends with the rest of us have the right to life. As a matter of fact, it's in the Constitution. One of the big ones up front, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, you know, that stuff. Yeah. Not so much anymore in the Republican Party.
John,
you know,
I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got a question for you. Okay. Now, you're just a little bit older than I am. Okay, but
I'm a lot older than you.
Okay. Do you remember when they came out with the polio vaccinations?
Yes.
And how it was mandatory? Everybody got that vaccination?
Yeah.
We got sugar cubes in school.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the live vaccination for smallpox?
Yep. Got that too. Got the little scar up there.
Got the scar, yeah.
And that was mandatory worldwide for the smallpox because it was such a deadly disease.
Yeah. But we didn't have as many anti-American assholes in this country back then. We had a population that was more inclined for the better good, for the greater good. But we don't have that anymore. A lot of reasons that those,
and the main reason we've got a lot of those assholes today is because us and our parents took those vaccines.
Yes. Yeah. And we trusted on our fellow citizens to do that because the world was in dire straits in the middle of a disease that could kill your children. Hey, guess what? We're there again, you idiots. Jay Blend, what's the name of that product? It is Pre's Trees. Pre's Trees. That's the name of the product that we use all the time around here. And you can find that.
So good.
You can email Pre's Trees at asis.com. And you can get hold of Bernadette and she'll send you some. And on that note of sending people, I want to remind you, because tomorrow night, Travis and I are going to attend our first soiree. We are going to go to a political event tomorrow for the kickoff of re-election for county judge here in my county. And we are going to be there. And Barbara Canales is running for re-election. I contacted her campaign manager. We're going to be there. Let him know we're going to be there with the cameras and stuff. Don't want to frighten anybody away. And we got a warm welcome. And so we're going to be there tomorrow night to go to that. And on that note, Erin Trombley is running for town council in Monroe, New York. And that is her contact information, her Act Blue account, and all that stuff. So we want to help Erin get elected there as we're going to start this 2 for Blue kickoff. We're going to restart it, and we want to. Erin Trombley is right out there up front. So please, if you can, donate to her campaign. Her Act Blue account down there makes her official, baby, and we're proud of her for that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting involved in tomorrow night's soiree.
It'll be interesting.
Yeah,
I think that'll be like the biggest, quote unquote, biggest event I've been to yet since quarantine's been set in stone. And by the way, Dad, just so everybody knows, Dad switched the camera over so he can light a cigarette.
Oh, you rat! You rat! Listen to me.
It ain't because he wants to show my pretty mug.
No, you were talking because I told you the other day. Yes, I lit a cigarette. Not that I'm getting any pressure around here to stop. But
Well, why do you think I pointed it out?
I'm not.
You know, I just want you to stop for your own good.
And Gene Shankly, let me correct that up, darling. Trees is spelled Presstrees. Priest Trees at asis.com. And you can get in on the same thing we're all doing here. Yes, BW, he's a tattletale.
Yep.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I mean, I care about your health, and you were supposed to quit, so I was like, no, don't use me for your habit, man. I'm not going to take that.
How about I just leave the camera over there?
I mean, you can, but there's going to be, I mean, while y'all talk, there's going to be a lot of me looking over here, reading the chat, a lot of me fidgeting with knobs over here, and then checking my phone to make sure if Rose has made it home or
You got
not.
to keep your mouth running. See, that's the name of this game.
Well, yes, but
If
you say
you're on
I need
camera,
to keep
you
it.
got to keep talking.
You say though I need to keep it running. I can keep it running, but you may not want me to keep it running because I'll just start talking random shit,
Go ahead.
like airline food.
Airline food.
Airline food, that's a thing, right?
All right, I put out the cigarettes.
What?
See?
What?
Dungeons and Dragons.
I put out the cigarette, and I do. I light one, take a few puffs, put it out, put it back down over there so I can.
How many times a day?
More than he wants to
Anyway.
count.
Anyway,
Have you tried vaping, John?
huh?
Have you tried the vaping?
Yes, there is a little device called a fuse, which is pretty good. I could get used to that a little bit, but I reckon it's just another crutch to. I need to just quit.
Quit.
I just need to quit. I know that it's really working up hard, but y'all have heard me say this before. And
Well, in Australia, the government's making us quit. The government's making us quit.
Yeah, well, for me, it's really narrowing down to how much for that? Are you shitting me? It's getting out of the realm.
How much is it?
some-
A pack of cigarettes?
Oh shit, they could run as high as $7, and in some
New York
states,
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Really? You
New
know,
York
the
is like
cheapest packet in-
$15 a pack.
The
yes, in
cheapest
some
packet in
places
Australia.
it's just really ridiculous.
You ready for this? The cheapest pack in Australia,
Yeah.
$28. If you want to
Woo!
buy
a pack.
you want it? Yes. If you
Oh
want
yeah,
a
I
pack
quit.
of Benson
Smoking.
Hedges, if you want
Yeah.
a pack of Benson Hedges or anything like that, the decent brands, you're paying $35 to $45 for 20. And if you want an average brand, which is the lower quality
God.
brands, $28 to $35 for 20.
For a pack of
Every
cigarettes.
year,
How much of that
Every
is
year.
tax?
All of it.
I can tell you why it's happened. Remember that first female prime minister we had, Julia Gillard?
Yes.
Well, when she came into power, she was a real anti-smoker, anti-drinker. She said she was sick of the smokers costing the healthcare system, blah, blah, blah. So she said every year cigarettes going to go up by X, which I think was 2% or something, the tax. That was 15 years ago or something. Cigarettes then were only about $5 a packet. For that same packet you're paying $35 for today. So every year it goes up and up and up. And her theory was that if you can't afford to smoke, you can't
smoke.
cost the system. But they realise now that the amount of tax they've been collecting over especially this last 10 years, is 2 or 3 times more than what it costs the health care system for smokers. So it's been unfair. They never touched alcohol, but they laid into the smokers. Now, when I started smoking, I was forced to smoke by the Navy. I joined the Navy. I was on the recruitment train. Boom, boom. You're in the Navy. You smoke. Here's your fucking beer. If you're not one of the boys. The pressure was on. I smoked.
Oh,
and that
Lord.
was it.
I started, I probably guess somewhere around the age of 14 years old. I guess on the same line as most kids at that age start. You think it's cool or something like that. And yeah, I've been riding with the Marlboro Man ever since. And it just, you know it's bad for you. I know it. I can feel it in my chest.
Oh, me, John, we have people having strokes and heart attacks because they're in their 60s and 70s. They're on a pension. They can't afford to smoke. They're trying to give up, and they're having these attacks because the system is shocked. But they've been smoking since they're 15. when smoking was promoted by the government. It was a good tax for them.
It came in your cigarettes.
You can't. Why are you punishing the baby boomers who are addicted to it, that you helped to be addicted to it, and now you're punishing them? And people are going without food just to buy cigarettes.
It's it's a vicious habit. It's a vicious addiction. I'm that old saying. I can quit anytime I want. I've quit lots of times. I'm used to it. But it's wearing on my health. I want to be around longer, and it's not good for you. So.
Nope. I mean,
Yep.
I'm vaping, get the nicotine out, at least maybe cut the addiction. It'll be more gentle on you, kinda. I mean, I'm not condoning any kind of smoking, but I don't, do what you want. I don't care. I'm not talking, Dad. I'm talking to anybody listening. But it's more like, because I can tell in your cough, and it scares the shit out of me every now and then when you have those fits, and it's like, hey, maybe at least slow down. Like, I'm not. I could never expect you to quit cold turkey. I wouldn't expect anybody to quit cold turkey.
Well,
and
if I quit, that's going to way it's going to be. That's the way it'll have to be.
Yeah.
It will have to be just, nope, there you go, and I walk away, and that's it.
That's how I got rid of caffeine. I had to quit
Robert
caffeine.
Harris,
Did you go
to
through-
get high, not to die.
Did you go through withdrawals, Travis?
Surprisingly, no. Surprisingly,
No,
I didn't.
okay.
I think
With
the
what?
fear, caffeine, like Dr. Pepper and all that
I
other
was
shit.
surprised there because.
Yeah, well, no, it was literally killing me.
But on
because
that point, let me kudos to Travis, because how much weight have you lost? Probably
in the last few months, I've lost about 45 pounds.
45 pounds, and he's cut
um,
that out by watching what he drinks and what he eats.
Yep.
Cut out the bread.
All it took was one health scare. I mean, fine, story time while you light a cigarette. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm lighting a cigarette.
I know, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
lighting my pipe. Okay, we'll throw that out there when the camera's on you, thinking, "Oh, he's over there lighting a cigarette."
Kidding. No, what got me more focused on being healthier was there was one night. I forgot the proper term for it. It's a hernia that you get in the pit of your stomach. It's got some special word. I'm sure someone in the chat would know what it is, but it's like in your diaphragm. Anyway, I let out a good belly laugh one night because we were sitting there playing video games, and I just felt it tense up in my stomach so hard. It was painful, and it lasted for days. I honestly was terrified because I didn't know what it was, but a friend of mine actually had something similar happen to him, and he told me all about it, and he told me basically cut bread out of your diet because, you got to lose that weight. It's all in your gut, and shit's just getting all tightened up in there and whatever. But that scared me, right? It was abnormal. I didn't expect, I didn't know what was going on. So literally all I did was I cut soda and I cut bread.
And inguinal hernia.
Yes.
There you
Yes,
go.
that sounds
Michael
right.
Johnson came in with the answer. There you go.
Or BW. Yeah, one of those. Yes. Actually, there's a lot of terms for it. Holy shit. Anywho, yeah. And so that scared me enough, and that made me quit. And now, keep in mind, Dr. Pepper, I was raised on the shit. That was like mine and mom's thing, Dr. Pepper all the time. And I still miss it. But I think the reason why it was so easy for me to quit and not go through any withdrawals from caffeine or whatever is I was just kind of genuinely scared for my health there. It's like, shit. I mean, I'm not...
Well, you've lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, I'm trying to strive to be better, and yeah, and I still got a little ways to go. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm getting there, and I'm happy about that.
It's harder when your job is sedentary, when you're at a desk.
Yeah.
When
that's
your job
literally
is
all
mostly
I
sitting
do.
on your butt, like I do.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, editing. Yeah, I mean, everybody's starting to get standing desks for a reason, and it's because you sit there and you edit videos for hours upon hours a day. Yeah, you're going to
I'd be better off
stationary.
standing doing this.
Yeah, I would prefer to be standing. Yeah.
Because anytime I speak, I usually
Get
like
one
to
of
be
those.
standing.
Huh?
Travis, get one of those balls.
Oh, I've thought about that, but I'm afraid I'd fidget with it too much and be all over my house.
It'd be rolling down.
Big balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, big balls. Sit on the big balls.
Yeah, but it would give you your legs the exercise and lower body exercise, and your back muscles the exercise that it needs.
That's fair.
This is
fair.
about
Because
a
it gives you
19.
balance.
I don't know. My dad. This is my father's chair. He sat in it when he was working for the government. When he retired from the government, he took it home. He sat in it when he was a ham radio operator. This chair is like back in the 1950s. There's 2 cushions underneath it right now, and it don't help much. It's still hard as shit. But I wouldn't trade this chair for
The upholster it.
I wouldn't touch
Down
it.
and get-
I would not touch it, baby.
No, he ain't gonna touch that chair.
No.
That chair's gonna stay that way. And I don't blame him. I mean, it's a piece of history.
It's history in my
The
family.
reason
No,
I was
that's what I
saying
mean.
it. Oh, then go ahead and go down and get you a piece of memory foam and put on
Well,
there.
I did that because what we did around the dining room table out there is because Dad just has bad problems with my back. The most comfortable chair I can sit in is my rocking chair. And my rocking chair is made in Mexico, and it's made out of sticks and stuff. You can tell it's very rugged looking, but it's got a stiff back. And when I sit in it, it naturally wants to recline to the back position, so I can just sit there and put all my weight on the back, and I can just sit there and be happy. Well, now it's around the dining room table, where the other chairs around the dining room table are nice chairs that came with the set 40 some odd years ago.
Yep.
Mine is I have my rocking chair there. So
Yep. It's comfy.
it's comfy.
It's very
a comfy
comfy.
chair. Helps me out. But anyway,
Can I
Yeah.
can I just get on another subject? Has anyone seen that clip on YouTube, and I think it was on Facebook as well, about the police went to this house or this unit and found a person in possession of a white privilege card? Have you seen that?
a white privilege card?
Do you know about that? Yeah, it looks like a driver's license, really professionally done.
Really?
It doesn't look like it's just done on a home printer. And it's called the white privilege card. It's got a serial number on it and all that sort of crap. So I'm just wondering how deep that goes. I've seen that on YouTube.
That came
That was
from
only-
it came from the guys that tried to blow up the Democratic headquarters in Sacramento.
Okay, what's it all about, you know,
Oh, it's a gimmick.
Sparky?
It's a gimmick. Just you can go on some of these white supremacist or neo-Nazi websites and get one. You know, in their shop, or you buy the T-shirt. You know, Camp Auschwitz or whatever. You know, you can also get your
That's
white
disgusting.
privilege card. It's for racists that just don't mind letting other people know. Yes, I'm a racist. Look here, I have my white privilege card, and whoop it out.
Hey, Dad, really quick, I got to step away because I got to help Rose with groceries. But also, really quick, I brought Ben into the room.
Hello, Ben.
Hey, how you doing, everyone?
I'm doing fine, and yourself,
Ben.
brother?
Not too bad. Just
Good.
hanging in there and getting ready for another lockdown because I see it coming.
You think it's going to happen again?
Oh, yeah. They're already talking about it coming here in August in Kansas.
Yeah, up in that area, it's like a lot of Republican areas. It's getting really bad, but it's getting bad all over the country now.
Yeah, and you know what? They said Springfield, Missouri is the root cause of the Delta variant spreading.
The Delta, say that again?
They said that they were saying this morning on my local news that Springfield, Missouri is the root cause of why the Delta variant was spreading, because no one in Springfield, Missouri has got their vaccine.
Nope.
Why, pray tell, is that? You know, and we all know the answer to that question. We all know it. It's not medical hesitancy. Are you shitting me? No, this is a political statement by people. And it's a danger to our country. It really is. It's scary. Because it is.
Well-
the Delta variant, what are we going to come up with next?
Well, check this
The
out. You know
Echo
what?
and Foxtrot, you know.
Check this out. You know what Missouri Governor Mike Parsons is threatening to do now?
What?
He told the big cities in Missouri, Kansas City, St. Louis, and Springfield, that if they do another mask mandate, he will take funding away from those cities from the state.
Yep, we're going to see a lot of that. People out in California, I understand, are a little pissed off because the mask mandate's coming back for indoors, and people are going, hey, wait a minute, that's why I got my vaccine. I don't want to wear a mask indoors.
It's
and all
only in
this shit."
L.A.
Only in L.A.? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and the only reason we do is because we can't have an honor system, because there is no freaking honor amongst them assholes.
No, there's not.
They'd lie. You get the vaccine? Yeah, I got it. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. No. We can't trust them because of that.
See that Tucker Carlson ducked and dive on that question? He was asked by a reporter, a real reporter, are you vaccinated, in some sort of interview that was conducted. And he said, how dare you ask me such a personal question, blah, 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 blah. And she said to him, well, you can ask me anything you want. I don't care, reporters and all that sort of stuff. He said, okay, then, are you HIV positive? What was your last sexual encounter? He went straight up, God almighty, what an arsehole.
They're getting drastic.
But he never answered the question.
Yeah.
John. He never said yes or no, I'm not vaccinated. They're vaccinated. All those assholes.
That's what I mean.
Vaccinated.
Tucker Carlson is vaccinated. So is Laura Ingraham. All the way up the freaking chain, all the way to Rupert Murdoch, but yet on that anti-American bullshit excuse for a station, they're, especially those two, keep pumping this anti-vax bullshit.
Even be able to get into the station, you have to be vaccinated.
Yes. So while they preach one thing, they do another. And that, in a nutshell, is what Fox Nation and the Fox world is all about. Just feed them bullshit, and they'll eat it up. It doesn't matter what they say.
Yeah, and to top that off, John, Facebook is spreading misinformation about the vaccines.
Oh, pray tell, you say. Yes. Social media is responsible for a whole lot of bullshit, especially when it comes to vaccine. Now, I notice every time I try to post it, I even mention the word COVID, I get a little disclaimer come up there saying, something about you got to make sure you got. I'm not out there trying to anti-vax anybody. If anything, I'm trying to pump it. Get your shitting ass vaccine, please. Get your disgusting ass down and get it shot.
I see where Twitter just posted, like on Marjorie Taylor Greene's site.
Right.
She posted a thing that there was over 5,000 deaths from the vaccine.
Right.
Until they posted a disclaimer on the bottom that it's not factual.
It doesn't matter to them, because who that reads that is going to read the little thing, oh, it's not factual. They don't give a shit. They'll go quote her. Thousands of people are dying from the shot. Did you hear that? No, I didn't hear that. And no logical person did hear it. But yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene, look at Bobart dancing around out there in front of the mic. I think was at CPAC or wherever the hell she was, acting like a little schoolgirl, getting up there and dancing around with her hand going back and forth. They'd tell to get your Fauci off of my porch. Really? It is beyond any of us listening right now. The depth to which these people are willing to display their utter ignorance. They don't mind showing, Yes, Carmen Santana Green is badass crazy. She's just batshit crazy.
Did you see what your boy Pete Buttigieg posted the other day? I posted in main discussion the other day.
I have not seen what he put in there.
That basically there's one witness that's come forward that has criminal incriminating things against Trump.
Bring it forward. Bring it. Get it out here. Are you shitting me? Come on, get in line with the rest of these people that have evidence against his ass.
And basically, with that, I think, that now, I can't remember exactly what it said, but it was something. It was a tweet that he put out. I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Now, with everything coming out about him, these people that don't believe that he's going to go to prison, Pete Buttigieg thinks, I think you people are going to be woken up when you see him put handcuffs on him.
I hope so, because that's what this, this whole.
What we need.
It's what we need. Accountability for what has happened. We every day, they got 4 new books coming out right now. There's going to be a lot more books coming about how terrible this shit really was behind the scenes that we didn't even notice. And look at all this shit we did notice.
Okay,
this has been 4 years of utter criminal conduct by a criminal president, and we all see it. We all know it. Go ahead, Velda.
You know Jesse Dollemore, right?
Jesse Dollemore.
Yes.
He does a lot of the political stories. He's one of the guys that I listen to.
Good guy.
He did.
Dollemore.
Okay.
Yes.
On YouTube.
Dollemore
Okay.
Daily.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. This was a couple of days old. Um, he was talking about Mike Pence, and the story come from Washington Post. And Mike Pence, Secret Service was trying to get him to leave the building.
Yes.
Mike Pence refused 3 times. Finally,
yeah, go ahead.
He finally got down in the basement, but he refused to get in the cars. He trusted the guy that was trying to lead him, but he did not trust any of the other Secret Service people that were there.
His name was Tim.
The driver.
And I can't remember his last name, but his first name I remember was Tim. And that was his, the head of his Secret Service detail. And Pence told him, I trust you with my life, but I'm not getting in that car. Because Pence knew. That was part of the I guess, the plan. By these was to get him out. If he was out of the Capitol and did not return to the Capitol, certification could not be done, and that would give rise and more fire to the fuel of what we saw on January 6th. They would be back the next day.
The riders wouldn't have left.
Yes.
The riders would have stayed there and not let Pence back in the building. They would have taken it over completely. With Pence being there, there was a leader there. Not much of a leader, but a leader that was not deserting the ship and was doing the captain thing, and they couldn't take the building over. He left. They had that building.
Look at my pants
I have a feeling that Mike Pence was scared for his life if he even got in that car.
Yeah, that would cross my mind. There's a crowd out there yelling. Well, that would really wouldn't that be scary? But he had the sense to know that he would not be brought back. You know.
Do you think Trump called him, wanted him assassinated, like the leakers he wanted assassinated?
Yeah, he wanted the leakers executed.
Anyways, he asked one of the guys in the office if Pence was okay. Where's Pence? What's going on with Pence? He's in a safe room with his wife Karen. Right. And he goes, "Oh," and that's all he said about it.
Oh,
not that's good, or I'm pleased.
No.
And he never bothered to call and check. He didn't call and check on him and say, "Are you truly fine? Are you safe?" or anything like that, like any normal person would do. Oh, hell no. Mm-mm. Oh, it was just No, the people that are coming out now with the books that are looking at his last days in office in the January 6th event, it's painting a picture, baby, and you don't hear anybody saying this ain't true. Mark Milley, when he's saying this is a Reichstag moment, and speaking about yes, he was concerned, genuinely concerned about our democracy. Mm-hmm. And he was making it plain and clear when he said that to have a coup, you have to have the military, you have to have the FBI and the CIA, and we're the guys with the guns. Isn't that what Mark Milley said? We're the guys with the guns. It's not going to happen. He had made a plan. If he had tried to get the military to intervene, Mark Milley and the chiefs of staff had already made a plan. That they would resign rather than carry out that order. And if any honorable officer all the way down the line would accept that, they should be tried for treason.
Yeah, and I heard
why would you call Milley a traitor or a what was the word they used, Republican supporters? They abused him for not listening to his president. Fucking hell.
Well, that's all. That's always one of my things, whenever a book comes out, just like John Bolton's book. Really? You want me? You were in the room? You had the opportunity to stand up and do the right thing at the time it was happening, but you didn't. You want to write a book. Yeah.
And, John, I heard something very shocking about, remember last year when he marched across and went to that church and he was holding that book upside down? Well, I heard something now that they don't think that book was the Bible. They think that book was Mein Kampf that he was holding upside down.
No, it was a Bible.
It was a Bible, but Mein Kampf, I swear I've said it from the first freaking days of my show, it's Donnie's playbook. And just that show last night, watching me and Marsha watched the How to Be a Tyrant. It lays out so many, and my mind can't go there right now as everything I saw. It just lays it out how a tyrant works, how somebody who wants absolute power over everything can get that done by manipulating the public. And that's exactly what Johnny did. He started out with the fake news shit, trying to convince everybody that whatever you see and read out there is not true.
And you know what's sad about that? I seen something the other day on YouTube. It was from MSNBC. It was a clip from Carl Sagan back on the Johnny Carson.
Yeah,
yes, I saw that.
Predicting this, he's foreseen it happening, and he's right.
He is right.
Fox News and Newsmax are part of the reason why, and part of the dumbing down of America.
25 years ago, Carl Sagan predicted what's happening right now.
It's people like Newsmax and Fox News that are causing people to be dumb.
We're getting people get their news off Facebook or social media.
Okay.
Go ahead, Belda.
Okay. Remember when we had Walter Cronkite?
Yes.
It was an unbiased news reporting on everything, and it was a full segment
Edward R. Murrow.
on that.
Which they have the award named after. Go ahead.
The full story.
Yes.
The absolutely full story. Okay, then we did away with the Fairness Act. During Reagan.
And we brought advertising to news.
And then what happened? We went to 30-second bits.
Yep.
News. 30 seconds of news bits. All through the news station to get more in. Not the full
things
story.
Happening. Tune in and at 5. You know, it's that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Now we're down to 10-second bits.
Yep, 10-second sound bites.
Yeah.
TikTok, baby.
You cannot be fully 100% informed in 10 seconds.
No.
Unless you say these words. Fuck you, Trump.
There you go. You're fully informed right there. See?
Are you Americans, obviously, I think you may be, you're aware of Norm Chomsky?
Yes. Yes.
Professor Norm Chomsky?
Yes.
Political professor that's been around for decades, a brilliant man. He was interviewed on NSNBC the other day, and they were talking about January the 6th and Trump and the whole bit, and they brought up the current justice system, or the current AG, and Norm Chomsky said, anyone that's seen January the 6th is anything else other than a coup attempt that failed because people stood their ground, he said, is sick. And he doesn't normally talk like that, this man. This man's very good with his words. He doesn't normally talk like this. He was angry, but he's so professional. But there was things he wanted to say, but he was basically trying to say to America, Trump's a crook, he's a liar, he's a cheat, but my dignity doesn't bring me to say that about another person. But he said America's in big trouble, and I believe that.
We are.
Until Trump is put out of the system.
I heard that Monday is going to be some of the first sentencings on that
on the
insurrection.
Yes.
And they're going to be getting it looks like the person that's being don't know who it is, but whoever he or she is will be getting 18 months in prison. January
6th, and what we see in our TV every day when they show the clip and they show the crowd and the violence. That is the outward picture of what we saw on January 6th. That's the insurrection. No, not all of it, baby. Because what we're seeing is the physical violence that was brought into our capital. What we are not seeing yet, and I feel we will, are the backstories, the conversations that were held between staff members and some of these people, some of the actual conspiracy that was going on to make it more than just, we're going to go down and say hello and spread love at the Capitol, as Trump would have you think. Go ahead.
Remember a while back ago right after the insurrection. They were showing video clips, a video clip that came out that was released, that was recorded without the people knowing, and Matt Gaetz and several other people were in this hotel room. You remember that?
I do remember the hotel room. I'm not remembering everything else.
Anyways, because they were talking about, and this was the day there was a lot of senators in that room. There were senators in that room, and they were talking about 6th. And I haven't been able to find that video since.
May have been taken off.
Yeah,
That's the story. That's the real story behind this. Those people we saw storming the Capitol were no doubt motivated and incited by Donnie the Dick. That's what that was. These are the public people that get sent down there and let's storm the Bastille. Let's go, we're going to do it. It's the other story of the leading up to January 6th. This was planned. This whole thing, they knew they could get people down to the Capitol to stall possibly even get Mike Pence out of the way so they couldn't certify the election. And that would stem even more activity the next day because, hey, did you hear they couldn't? Yeah. And there is so much more that we don't know, that we have not learned yet, but we're going to. No good story goes untold. Maybe it might.
Yeah,
take a
John
while,
and
but we
Velda
will hear
isn't
it.
the
Excuse me, I got the
isn't
hiccups.
Nancy John and Velda, isn't Nancy Pelosi's investigation start this week?
I think so.
I hope so. I don't think Kevin McCarthy has announced any members.
No, that's because he had to go down and see his Mein Hitler.
Yes, he had to go see the Fuhrer to go see what's up. Can he do this or not?
They're thinking they're going to put Matt Gaetz and Green on there.
That ain't going to happen.
Oh,
Nancy
fuck no.
Pelosi will kick their asses right out. Will veto those people.
Nancy will blow a gasket.
Yeah. No, they're not getting on there. Nancy Pelosi has veto over any picks that Kevin McCarthy, and she has that power in there because of that. Because we don't want a Matt Gaetz, we don't want a Marjorie Taylor Greene, a Lauren Boebert. We damn sure don't need Jim Jones in there screaming from the balconies again, rolling up his shirts and getting upset.
Acting like a baboon.
Yeah, we need. We have conservatives. Liz Cheney's going to be one. Kinzinger could be another one. You could put him on. These are honest people that are going to try to do the work of the committee. That's not what the Republicans want. They want to. They want to. All of a sudden, I paused because last night, in one of the chapters on how to be a tyrant, was those that write the history control the future. Those that write about the past control the future, which is part of what Hitler did in late 1920s after the Depression hit and all this. He sold the idea of Germany would have won World War I had it not been for the weakness of the generals guiding the German party. So they started tearing down statues all over Germany of World War I heroes, because those were the guys that lost the war. We shouldn't have lost the war. We would have won. So he changed the past. He started changing the actual history that Germany was being taught in school. And when he did that, he's controlling the past. Therefore, he can control the future. He can guide them anywhere he wants. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And this country has been doing that for a long time.
We have been doing it for a long time. Because we conflate issues with passion. We can't debate issues in this country hardly anymore because the passions of politics comes in, and they hold their ground on the political basis, not on what's good, what's right, what's wrong, and all this shit. No, it's about what's good for their party or good for them personally.
It's never a debate unless you take and stay on topic.
That's how come they need to go back to a standing filibuster. If you're going to have a filibuster, make it a standing filibuster. Get your ass up there and talk.
And you've got ding dongs going on.
I got a ding dong. I did indeed get a ding dong, and that was because Jeremy McDonald came in with $10 through Super Chat. Jeremy, thank you very much, brother. We appreciate it tremendously. That's what helps pay the bills and lawyers. There you go. We appreciate it.
Don't forget about that one from Keith.
Oh, Catman56 came in with $3. My buddy Keith up in Minneapolis. It says the GOP and right-wing nut jobs want to return to the Confederate States. Does that tell us they are not Americans? Indeed. In my book, Keith, you hit the nail on the head, buddy. How can you claim to be an American patriot if you hate a portion of our citizens because of the color of their skin, / what sex they're having, / what religion? It's not up to you. That's what being American is. You have your freedoms in this country.
Yeah.
The freedom of speech, the freedom to assemble and address your government. You have the right to bear arms, buddy. You have all these rights.
The right to freedom.
And,
Religious
and
freedom.
Yes, religious
you
freedom.
Know what, John?
4,200 religions. Pick one.
And you know what, John? I bet you if every single one of these Trumpers and these Republicans would actually go do their damn ancestry, they would find out that none of them are 100% pure white-blooded
Hey, I've
Americans.
always said that all these white supremacist Klan member groups, it ought to be a requirement. Baby, you got to take a DNA test. 23andMe, it does that, Ancestry.com, whatever. Get you a DNA test, come back here, and I want to see the results, baby.
Jerry Springer show. Years ago, they brought on this guy that was a white racist.
A white supremacist.
And they did a DNA test.
And,
Had African American blood in it.
Oh,
and
Lord have mercy.
Yes,
Well,
he did.
And he went nut shit.
Oh, God, yes.
Ain't one of us
But
pure
that's
anything.
just fake. That's a fake test. That's a fake. It's been rigged.
I know we've only been on the earth for 6,000 years. Give or take a minute.
We
before-
walked with dinosaurs.
Yes, we were there. Don't worry. I saw it on Fred Flintstone.
Before we go any further, we want to welcome Velica to the room.
Velica,
Hello.
how you doing, darling?
I'm okay.
Good. Life is treating you good?
It's okay.
Good. Okay. Well, we want it to be better than that. So everybody sing good vibes to Velica so her day will get great. I want you to have a day, baby, that puts a smile on your face. That's what I want.
Oh, it'd be great if I could get that. If I can get just a little bit more money.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
if
that's
I can
the...
get rid of our, there's other things in there that I wish I could have done, but if I get all that done, then all,
It's something else happens. I just replaced an air conditioner. Went kaput. Damn near burnt the house down. Melted a plug. Are you shitting me? Thank goodness Tyler spotted that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that plug was melting, which would have had been left longer, would have been bad. Yeah, so I had to replace a plug and all that shit. Check the wiring out.
Velica. Hugs, my sister. Big hugs.
Hugs back to you.
If y'all don't know, Velica's known for her hugs, baby. Everybody tries to get a hug from Velica. That's the way it goes. That's the way this family is.
Hugs, Velica.
I was happy to see in our... I'm sorry, I stepped on Velica.
It's all right.
Go ahead.
You go ahead, John. This is your show. I should keep,
No, you shouldn't. You should spat out and say, hey, John, wait a minute. Shut up. I'm trying to say something here.
Not on your show. I'm sorry, but no.
Oh,
Do
I
you
done
have-
forgot what I was going to say.
See, forgot, Velica, what he was going to
Squirrel.
say. Hey, yeah, do you have anything to say on any of the topics that we've been talking about? What's your take?
My take on it?
Ah.
Actually, if there was a sale for straight jackets, I'd make sure I buy enough for every last one of them.
Hold on, I'm going to go buy a stocking straight jacket company. They need it. They need it. They, just walk up, slap them, and put them in a straight jacket. I'm sorry, you got to go. I'm sorry.
Guys, can I just bring up a quick point before, in case my mic cuts out again? My mic kept cutting out before, and thanks, Travis, for bringing me back in. I had to jump out to do this. But going back on this Trump want to change what you teach in schools or the change of history and hide the black history. What are you going to tell the rest of the world? Because we know the truth. We're not going to stop. We're not going to teach.
Well, come around here spreading your truth over in our country. That's what they'd say.
Yeah. We're going to teach that the blacks were suppressed and abused and that. We're not going to hide anything.
You see
so
that?
Your country's going to teach your kids something different than the rest of the world?
Yes, what we're teaching our kids now is you can go overboard if you don't know the truth. If you just have an idea, go nuts with it. Because that's what I see in these people that have gone crazy over critical race theory. About we will not have that taught in my school. Are you shitting me? It's not being taught in your freaking school. It's not being taught in your school. It's it's way up in the upper echelons of learning when you start to talking about a master's degree, when you start talking about that kind of research into our social being and how things work. That is where critical race theory comes in. It doesn't come in fifth grade English class or some shit. They're not going to teach Billy that he's a bad white guy. It's just so stupid. But that's where they take everything nowadays. They take it to just the other day, that guy on Fox News was talking about when they were talking about the vaccine and the government sending out people to your door. Well, if they can come to your door and give you a shot, I'd tell you about that. They can come to your door and take your Bible, take your gun. That's it. They carry that out, and you just want to slap the shit out of them and say, have you ever heard of the census? Have you heard of, I don't know, canvassing in the neighborhood? It happens all the fucking time, but you're going to go way off board and convince people that if they do this, the next thing is they're going to come get your gun.
It's the same as
our
you
country.
Outrage them, you bring them chaos, and that's what they like.
Okay, our country has been here, 254 years?
Yeah, is this a history test? Am I required
Anyway,
to know that? Yeah, we're 240.
Okay, let's just say 200 years. Let's just say 200 years.
I know it's over 240. I can't remember what yeah.
In that time period,
but not.
When
not
has anybody come knocking on the door to anybody's house for their freaking guns?
Let me think. There was that time, and never, and it's not going to happen here. Although the idea sometimes I support. There's people out there I don't want having guns,
One thing they did try to do was take the alcohol away. Tried taking alcohol away from the people
they
in
did
the United States.
And see what happened.
Oh God!
They went nuts.
And it was reversed. Yes. And it was reversed
by amendment. Yes, took it away because people are evil and they're going to do bad shit. Well, a whole lot more people died when people were making bathtub gin in their bathtub.
Hey, John.
Yes, dear.
When they put the prohibition in, you were just coming out of one hell of a lockdown from the Spanish flu.
Yes, you're right.
So them reacting like that because of their alcohol, if they would have waited just maybe a few more years down the road,
we were into the Roaring 20s. We were into the Roaring 20s, the Flapper Girls. Everybody was partying their ass off. And then the religious right stood up and said, "Thou shalt not do this shit." And you can't. It boils down. You cannot legislate morality. I don't care what you do. You're not going to do away with alcohol. People are going to drink. You're not going to do away with drugs. People are going to do drugs. You're not going to do away with prostitution. People are going to find a way to have sex, and if they have to pay for it, that's what they will do. You're not gonna legislate anything out of existence. It's an impossible task. And when they try things like the war on drugs or prohibition, it hurts a lot of other people, adverse effects down the line. In the war on drugs, especially with marijuana, how many people over the decades have gone to jail and had their life ruined because of marijuana? And now more than, I'd guess, over 70% of this population now partakes upon marijuana. And the government's thinking about decriminalizing it. Their states legalize it and making lots of money on it. But we've spent decades putting people in jail for it, and mainly people of color.
John, how many people have died from cannabis use or in any way, shape, or form being around cannabis as compared to alcohol and all the resulting deaths?
I hate to bust your bubble, Dave, but cannabis deaths have been on a sharp increase from 0.0 to 0.00.
Oh, that's it. Now ban it. It's fucking bad shit. Ban it. Can't have that
it's
happen.
ridiculous. There's nobody gonna. I told earlier today. Tyler was out in the living room there, and the subject came up about alcohol on something about TV. Anyway, and that's when I told him, I said, "Well, the difference between a drunk and a stoner. A drunk will get drunk and all of a sudden get out in the road and say, 'Let's get naked and run down the road,' and the stoner will say, 'No, but let me get my camera out because I want to film your ass doing this shit.'"
Put it up on YouTube.
Yeah, I want this on film. Alcohol will make you do stupid shit. The pot has always.
Now
Now.
that has something like that.
What's that?
Alcohol makes tequila makes her clothes fall off.
That's right. There's a song about it, baby.
Kinda, sorta.
Tequila makes your clothes fall off. That's right. Yeah. Ask anybody. I've seen it happen. I've seen it
that's
happen.
the funny thing. You should say
Jose
that
Cuero, you are a friend of mine.
My bottle's full.
Imagine how many rape cases are brought to court and alcohol is involved in it, where there's a question of decisions. Whereas when you get stoned, you're just too stoned to do it. You just don't want to do it.
A guy might come home and drink a 6-pack of beer and beat his wife. Guy come home from work and drink and smoke 6 joints. He's on the couch eating Cheetos, watching stuff, staring at some damn old movie or some shit. There's no comparison on the evils of society. What
Hey, John.
Yes, Mr. Delivery Guy.
You ever heard of the football player Richard Sherman?
Richard Sherman
was with the Seattle Seahawks, Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
He got arrested, got all drunked up, and did something stupid.
That's usually the way it works.
Yeah, wrecked his car.
Yeah,
so they got
alcohol
him on
will get your ass in trouble.
DUI. He went to his father-in-law's house, tried to break in through the door. There's a video of that.
Yep.
And his wife called 911 call. She said he's drunk and he's suicidal.
Unfortunately, a lot of suicides happen when people get drunk. There's no comparison between alcohol.
Look what Giuliani done.
None.
Look what Giuliani done. He was drunk. He gave Donald Trump great advice. Apparently, he told Donald Trump when he was drunk to deny you lost.
Yeah.
So go out there and say you won.
Go out and say you won.
And he was drunk.
Yeah. See what alcohol gets your ass? Lawyers like Rudy Giuliani. See, just don't hire drunk lawyers. Let me catch up real quick before anything else. Christopher Citro came in. Christopher, thank you very much for $5 on Super Chat. Thank you very much. And Michael Johnson came in with $5 and said, "Religion dividing our country again. Freedom to think again." There you go, baby. It constantly is another way to divide our country. And Johnny Fly came in with $10 and said, "I see Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene aren't welcome in some of the hotels and venues where they were supposed to have rallies for Trump. No one wants them. Vote Blue 2022. Indeed, Johnny Fly. And that's what it's all about. And that's what I am so looking forward to tomorrow night. Getting back involved in the political process locally. Being able to take our camera somewhere and see a rally, see these election campaign events, and be involved in the system. I really enjoy that.
Can I ask Travis a question?
Sure.
Travis. Hello,
Yes.
Travis.
Yes.
Your live thing. What are you using for a microphone? You got a boom and all that sort of stuff, or you're going to sort of do the old one camera built-in microphone thing where you're doing separate sound?
Oh, yeah. No, sorry. It took me a second to... No, so the thing that we're doing tomorrow is not going to be quote-unquote live.
No.
It'll be pre-recorded. So actually, tomorrow will be a good time as ever. I'm going to take the latest addition to my new camera setup. We're going to take our GoPro down there and try to see what we can film, but I'm also going to be taking we have a portable Zoom recorder that we're going to be using to record sound, which is
it's kind of big and bulky. But
it's big and bulky, but eventually we're going to get a wireless mic system so Dad doesn't have to carry the bulky thing. But I just want insurance to make sure if we do get the chance to interview anybody, we get good sound. So, usually I'm used to using bigger cameras when we go to events, but unfortunately, our little workhorse is no longer with us.
reliable.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's funny, but that's why it's like immediately we're like, well, we're gonna start going places again. I'm not gonna wait and save up for an SLR. So, got a new GoPro,
Okay.
and I
Be
can't wait
good,
to take
though.
it out for test driving. What was that?
I said it'll be good because I remember the last one when your dad interviewed Beto O'Rourke.
Mhm.
Be interesting to compare the qualities. That's all.
Yeah, no. So we've learned a lot since that one interview. But then again, this is more of we're going to an event, so it's going to be more run and gun, where that one was more a planned thing. So yeah, it'll be interesting to.
It'll ease us back into it.
Yeah.
Get
This will be the
comfortable.
first event that I've been to film in a few years, and it's going to feel very weird just
I
carrying
don't
around
have a
that.
long beard, so nobody's going to recognize me.
No
for
one's going to
shit.
recognize any of us for shit. But
When's that going to be posted up on YouTube?
as fast as possible. So I won't make a promise to say, it'll be out that night. It'll probably be out the next day. So Tuesday,
Okay. Good.
hopefully, because
Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll have it done.
yeah, because I mean,
And,
we're just going to this one event. It's not like an all-day thing. It's going to be an evening, and I think most of the other videos we've done came out the next day. I think so.
Yeah.
Now, don't forget your hats with the press.
Yeah, the
tag
press
sticking out
tag
the side
on
of
it.
the hat.
Yeah.
On the hat. Yep.
I'm here with www.
www.
Blue dot.
Yeah.
No, what I'm
Blue Dot
what I'm
International.
looking forward to is going to be because I'm hoping by then I'll have the rest of my setup ready to go. But going to film the family meeting in November is going to be a challenge because that's going to be 3 days worth of filming, which is what I'm normally used to because that's what we do for our bread and butter. Me and Rose, we used to go and do events. So really, this family meetup
Yeah,
is going to be like a 3-day event. So I'm going to have to.
Their business kind of got shot in the foot in the last year.
Yeah,
Too many
I'm looking
venues.
forward to get back to work though because I love filming events. I don't do weddings though. I am
Don't
not
do
brave enough
weddings.
to handle someone's wedding.
Jeff
Just
is
be-
afraid he.
I jealous. You don't
I
don't
would
think
be
he'd do it.
afraid of
He would-
missing a shot. That's
That's
what
Travis. He's
Yeah.
afraid that he's not going to capture.
I could totally film a wedding. But God
Yeah.
forbid, because there's that irrational fear that what if my camera overheats right when they say you may kiss the bride and I miss it? I would not want that. I would not want that on my shoulder. So I give credit to all the
Excuse
professional.
me, I need a do-over, please. A do-over.
Yeah, for real, right?
Yeah. Do that again. Yeah, put more feeling in it this time, would you, Bob?
Yeah. So yeah, no,
Well,
I
put the
give
tongue
credit.
down his throat.
What was that?
I said you didn't film his tongue going down her throat.
Oh yeah, no, definitely no. Yeah,
Doing
I didn't even think
weddings
of that.
cannot be complicated. It's not only complicated, Gene.
I've
it
caught
can
a
be
lot of
downright
surprise.
dangerous.
Now I think about it, I've caught a lot of surprise proposals on tape. So and those are always fun to film because you're never expecting it. No one's expecting it, and all of a sudden someone pops a question in front of thousands of people, and those are just fun to
Yeah.
film. I'll say that. So that's the closest I've got. That's not weddings, but yeah, there you go. I
Hey,
got
Julia
those.
Thompson says you
The
look like a
thing with
young Cat
weddings, though,
Stevens. That's a compliment.
you know, it's a good thing you're staying
don't
away
know who
from
Cat
weddings.
Stevens is.
Probably don't. Who's Cat Stevens?
Yeah, see. I'm sorry, Julia.
I can admit when I don't know somebody.
It's-
It's like what's
The
just.
singer.
Oh,
This is a
okay.
singer
Oh well,
back
what's
in the day.
okay? Back in the day, would I know any songs then?
No.
Oh, no,
well,
Willie
then.
I've done a
Nelson's day.
start of on back in Oklahoma. So I know
Anywho.
where you're at. Thank you for being here. I just letting Donna know that
But
Yeah.
anywho,
I appreciate
so yeah,
you being
no,
back
we're
in
getting ready
Oklahoma.
to. I can't wait to get back to filming things again, because out of everything I do, filming and making videos is the one thing I feel like I've only had talent at. If that makes any sense, or not talent, but
You're talented at a lot
confidence.
of things,
Confidence
but
is what I'm looking for.
You have a
And,
flair for that thing.
Getting back to
But
doing
I
that's
can-
gonna be fun.
I can understand you not doing the weddings because then you get the bridezillas and the entitled mother-in-laws
Yep.
and mothers and fathers, and it's just drama.
You
Yeah,
shouldn't
no,
be.
I don't
Y'all
wanna do
should have
that.
seen what he was doing with Tyler, his brother, after he got that new GoPro, because part of the new GoPro is slow motion.
Oh yeah.
You can do slow motion with this little thing. So he had Tyler stand right underneath a ceiling fan, and he put the GoPro on the ceiling fan and had it spinning around, and it's just going around, which gave us an idea for several things, which I don't want to tip off the.
Yeah, we have to see if
Right.
we can even
Yeah, we're gonna
be
see
able
if
to
we
pull
can
that
pull
off.
off something with
Because
this.
that's still pretty intense.
That's
but-
pretty cool.
Got to be tripping.
We
Yeah.
well, we'll do that too. So, but it was
I
very
mean, the
neat.
first thing you do with any GoPro is like, where the fuck can I put this thing? And
He's outside doing time lapse in the sky last night.
I'm just running it through its paces. Any new piece of equipment, you got to figure out how it works.
It's
Yep.
so small.
It's a
Most
new toy.
certainly.
You got to play with it.
It's so small.
Hey,
That's
Travis, what you're going to try and do is get the space station. I'm sure it goes over Texas every 24 hours or something like that. But you can
Get
see
that
it.
on-
It went over my place about a year and a half ago, and they said I thought it'd be a white dot going across the sky at night. But I could actually see it was a little rectangular where I could see little things coming off. You could tell it was not a star, and it was actually a space station.
the benefit of being in the southern hemisphere.
For real.
Oh no, you get better views than we do, where you are.
I don't know, Dave. I remember some of the skies I saw in the southern hemisphere. It was pretty awesome night sky.
Well, we do have good
Well,
skies
you know,
down here. but-
so many people here in the United States. We live in areas that are light. They're so flooded with light. You look
Pollution.
up, light
Pollution,
pollution that
yep.
you can't get a good view of the night sky anyway. But out here, a little farther out of town and stuff, we get a pretty good view here. Travis gets a good view. I know we have Bernadette and Robert Heron and others. I think it's Michael James, who are heavily into watching the skies. As a matter of
Stargazers.
fact, oh no, I'm sorry, I made a mistake.
I got
What I
a great
miss-
view of the night sky in my backyard.
Do you? There you go.
One
bud.
thing I miss from not living in Washington State is seeing the northern lights.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
don't see
That's on my
that.
bucket list.
Don't see that. I'd be worried if I seen them down here. We saw the northern lights down
I
here.
want to
I'd
see
be
clouds
concerned.
again.
Y'all want to need some rain
Yes.
out there. That's what y'all need. And some clouds and
There's
some.
not a cloud in the sky when it's 100 degrees.
No,
There's
y'all,
no
that's
clouds.
suffering out there. I swear,
They might form over the mountains, but in the valley here, there's absolutely no clouds, just blue sky.
Yep. Yes,
If the
indeed.
clouds
Teresa,
come out,
look
it
at
goes
the
in
humid.
U.S. naval ship
Yeah.
was just commissioned. UNSS John Lewis, United States naval ship John Lewis, which is a either refueling or a resupply ship or something.
Yeah, both.
Refueling and resupply. Outstanding. To name a ship after him. I'm glad they did.
I see there's Navy games going on down in the South China Sea at the moment with America,
Yes, we're-
Norway.
Yes,
Yeah,
they're
and
inserting
someone
their
else.
foot in there going, no, this is not yours. This is not China's. That's international waters. China started building islands out there, man-made islands, trying to take control of it.
That's the
And
next worry is China.
it is indeed, my friend. It is indeed. I just saw a story the other day with 240 holes punched in the ground in a pattern. Those are for ICBM missiles. Yes.
Is that a fact?
We have there. Yes, picked up on satellite. Looks like somebody got out
what,
there
on these-
with a drill
whereabouts,
and just
John?
drilled holes. I can't remember. Look it up.
Whereabouts, John?
It was in China, in a section of China. All these holes, and they're all silos, missile silos.
And you know, where's the money that must be? They're building another 180 kilometres of some high-speed rail. That would give them something like 10 or 15 high-speed rail systems in China alone. And plus building all this stuff, plus their military power, they're making a fortune, mate.
Hey, Dave.
They're making a fortune.
Y'all got high-speed rail in Australia too. right?
No, we haven't.
Oh,
We've
you
got
don't? I thought you did have one.
No, we have a fast train, which is like what I think the fastest one in America goes 100 mile an hour, 120. Ours goes 120 as well, and that's only on the East Coast, and it's only for a couple 100 miles. We've been trying to get high-speed rail from Melbourne, Sydney to Brisbane, a main link through the eastern suburb corridor there, which is from Melbourne right up to the Great Barrier Reef.
Right.
And, you know, so many billions of dollars, it's ridiculous. And it's all corporate money, mate. It's just, that's the problem. We have not got any government. See, if the government didn't get rid of all their building departments like they had back in the 60s, the government had their own building departments. They built their own buildings. In Australia, the government wanted a building. You were working for the government as a builder. Now, unfortunately, if that was happening today, they'd build this shit for half the price or much less than half. And this is the problem. It's the greed, the corporate greed.
Yeah. Well, we're not having it here for the same damn reason.
$100 million per kilometre, something stupid like that. I do know that...
if we ever do get one here, you can bet your ass it's going to be the most expensive project ever. Ever. Because it'll be padded, baby. That's the way they make money here. Anyway.
It's amazing America hasn't got it because it's one of the biggest and one of the richest countries in the world, and yet it doesn't have one. It's unbelievable.
That's a statement itself, and I always bring it up because it just pisses me off. Really? We can't even get that done to advance our society, to be able to move people en masse in a quick way. Anyway.
What a job creator. What a job creator.
What a job creator. Yeah. Yeah. Let's get this infrastructure plan going, baby. Let's get some jobs out there. I want to thank Catman56, my buddy Keith, came in with another $1 and said, Democrats left Texas to stop a bullshit law. Ted Cruz left Texas because of winter, then blamed his kids. Yeah, there's a difference between Republicans and Democrats, baby. We do things for the right freaking reason. And I like to think that all the time. We have the greater good in mind. Anyway, good night, Tracy Tobias. Thank you for being here. Cassie Hicks, Adina Michael, Susan Jarrett. Thank you all for being here. Thank all of you for being here and sharing your night with us. Time is precious, and we know how hard it is to give some up. Just come watch us, but we appreciate it tremendously. Velda Lee, thank you so much, baby, for coming in. We appreciate it tremendously. Glad to have your voice in here again.
I'm glad to be here.
Good. And oh, by the way, I want to remind everybody to go to bluedotintexas.com. And if you're going to come to the reunion or to the Blue Dot family meetup, go in there and fill out the form. There's a button there you push. Fill out the form. Even if you're not planning on staying in a motel with us, let us know that you're going to be there. There's a comment section and all that stuff, a place to put an email so we can get back in contact with you. So please run over to the website, bluedotintexas.com, and let us know if you're going to be attending the Blue Dot family meetup up in San Antonio. We're trying to make some big plans here.
Yeah.
And trying to get numbers.
Yep.
And we already have some.
Yes.
We already have
we already have a few people who submitted, so thank you to those who already submitted information to us, because that's helping us organize and try to figure out what to expect. Yep.
It's only a 7-hour drive for me, so I think I'll go ahead and up over there and tentatively say yes.
Tentatively say yes. Yes, let us know if you can.
Yeah, it all depends. It'll all depend on financing.
Yeah, that's the way it is going to be for a lot of us. That's how come we're trying to plan so far in advance. It'll be the same thing for me. I'm going to pay for my room too and all that stuff. So yeah, there's costs involved, but yeah. Donna Sturdivant, yep, 7 hours for you too, baby, up in Oklahoma City. Make it no time. 7 hours in Texas, that's nothing here.
Wish I had a camper shell.
We have some people that said they might be interested in coming in with their RV, and there are RV parks around San Antonio, so check that out too if you're thinking about that. We're just trying to make sure that we get everybody together that we can. We're going to do a live show from there, probably 2 live shows.
We just gotta hope we got internet, because
Yeah,
otherwise,
it'll all
then,
be-
yeah, that's gonna
I'm
be.
sure wherever we stay, they're going to have internet.
Yeah, but I mean, good internet. Because I mean, like normally hotel internet's kind of like.
I think they have a menu there. You
Yeah,
have the
it's
good
not
internet,
it's
the
pretty
crappy
ordinary.
internet.
We are gonna
Depends
try
on the
to.
hotel.
Yeah, we are gonna
Yeah.
try our best to do live shows while we're there. And again, if those who can't make it for the live show, or if we can't for whatever reason do live shows, I'll be filming there all 3 days, and we'll
Oh,
be
yeah.
making a big video about it after the event is over. So
What
really
would be
looking
big, Travis? Travis, if you could film all you guys, maybe after a few dozen drinks, around midnight, film it live, so us Blue Dotters in other countries can just have a laugh with you
Oh,
while you're there
we
pissing
are
together.
gonna,
You
we're
know,
gonna have so
live.
much video. As a matter of fact, I'm sure if we get a signal, you're probably going to see a lot of live video of walking the San Antonio Riverwalk,
Yeah.
which is just an amazing, especially at that time of year when November 13th, by the way, for those wondering, it is a beautiful, beautiful backdrop for anything. Oh, great for if you're thinking about a romantic interlude. I'm telling you, baby, this is the place to go. And
Right,
besides that,
dipping.
there's a lot to do within the downtown area. Remember, they built the Alamo right near in the downtown section, so it's easy to see and stuff like that. Travis is probably more versed in San Antonio than I am, but
I mean, not by much.
Well.
I mean, I've just been there the last few times over the. I don't think we got to do the Riverwalk when we went last time.
yes, your phone could be an internet
So-
hotspot. That's true, Gary. So yeah, we expect a lot of videos coming out of San Antonio.
Yep.
But yeah, we're hoping for a pretty good turnout. We've had notice from people pretty far away, so I'm really impressed. And I say the same thing. Are y'all nuts? But I am so looking forward to it. To be able to put faces to names and voices and stuff. Because now I have a lot of voices in my mind, in my head, and I really want to be able to see them.
Yep.
Bill Jones says he's going to be there. That's all the way from North Carolina, and Bill's going to be the one trying to help us put together the motel situation so we can get a group rate and get a discount in a room. And so we're going to try to make it as cheap as we can for all of us, and still have a nice issue hopefully right there on the Riverwalk. So it not only a chance to come to the Blue Dot hookup, but San Antonio's a nice destination city. A lot to see. But anyway, Velda, thank you for being here. Like I said, Sparky Dunk, always a pleasure out here, baby. Always. I'm sorry I missed the Friday on the front porch. I missed Friday on the front porch.
His headphones off.
Oh, his headphones off. He can't hear me. He ignores me. I was
There
supposed
he
to,
is.
I was supposed,
There he is.
I was supposed to be on Friday on the front porch Friday and did not get there.
Got his headphones back
Yeah.
on.
Spark, you with us?
Yeah, I had to watch the end of the NASCAR race. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Who won?
I had picture-in-picture playing on my computer screen.
Oh, there you go. Where was the race today?
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
And Eric Amarola won the race.
Amarillo?
Yeah,
Amarillo by morning.
Amarola.
Up from San Antonio. Anyway,
Rolla.
Amarillo. It's close to Amarillo. Anyway,
Yeah.
Spark, we appreciate your voice.
You wouldn't have been in the playoffs if you hadn't won the race.
Oh well, there you go. He snuck in then. So he's in the final race. Yeah,
No, in the playoffs.
in the playoffs. Yeah,
They have a
we'll see.
10 race playoff,
There you go.
but there was only 3 more races to get in.
Those ought to be interesting. Anyway, Spark, brother, we appreciate your voice in here. I apologize for not making it to the front porch. I'll try again on this next Friday.
Well, whenever you can show up, you can show up.
Outstanding. I appreciate it, brother.
No, nobody holds a gun to your head.
Nope. I go voluntarily. I like it. I enjoy it. Brother. Anyway, Velika, thank you so much for coming in, darling. We appreciate it
Yes.
tremendously.
And thank you for having me.
Oh, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. The love seems to get a little bit more intense every time you come in the room, baby. You're supposed to say, "Oh, that's sweet, John." Go ahead, say that.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. Okay, just wanted to get that out there. Thank you so much, Bellica. We love you, baby. And Ben Solo, Ben Stroud. Thank you, brother, for coming in and visiting. We always enjoy your visit.
Hey, Sparky, how did my driver do, Kevin Harvick?
I think he finished 4th.
Well, that's good running.
That's not bad.
Not bad. No, you're in the top 10. You advanced some. You're getting some points. You know. So anyway, Ben, thank you for being here.
Welcome.
And Aussie Dave, all the way from
me.
you bet. Aussie Dave, all the way from down under. We always appreciate your international flair coming in.
Flair.
Yes.
Thank you, mate. Hey, listen, November the 13th, watch out for Miss Linda if she turns up.
Oh,
because
Lordy.
I made a little comment about not skinny dipping, you guys, and she says in her comments, not fair, Aussie. So
Right.
she wants a skinny dip. Okay?
If she wants
so
a
watch
skinny
out.
dip, then that's her right. Miss Linda, a.k.a. Mary Ellen. I'm looking forward to meeting her. I really am. As with Bellica is our timekeeper, Miss Linda, a.k.a. Mary Ellen. It's rituals within our Blue Dot family that make us special. Y'all ought to come by the Blue Room. The after show. That's where things cook. Anyway, thank you all for being here, being a part of this show. We appreciate it. It's only a great conversation that makes us worth a flip anyway, and y'all provide that tremendously. Thank you very much. And for everybody out there on YouTube, on Facebook, on Periscope, thank you for being a part of this family. Thank you for being involved in saving this democracy. And have no doubt, baby, that's exactly what it is. That's the fight we're in, and that's the job that we have to do. Anyway, again, tomorrow we will be at a political soiree and kickoff campaign for Barbara Canales here in my county. So we won't have a live show tomorrow, but we'll be back here Tuesday for another Blue Dot family meeting. We'll tell you all about it, and we'll have video. And that's it. That's it. All right, y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Right on.
Thank you for being here.
Have a good one.
That's it, baby. Y'all
Yep.
take care.
Stay classy, everyone, and stay blue, everyone.
Stay blue. Take it blue in 22, baby. We'll see y'all later.